All right. Welcome to my FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because there is also a blog, myfxbuddies.blogspot.com. And there's a video, if you would like to see the video, that is at spotify.com. So you go to spotify.com and you look up my FX Buddies, and that's there, and that's the video. But if you want to see everything, like there's some pictures that are on the blog of, I guess, it has to be future, right? Because they haven't built it yet, but wow, it looks like a gorgeous resort type of place. But it's going to take at least 2 years to be ready, and that's if they start now, right? But anyway, before we get into that, let me say for the YouTube, everything that I'm going to talk about is for comment and sharing and education and falls under the fair use disclaimer. All right, so today it's August 7th for now. It's 10:30 my time. I should get this done in enough time to upload it where it should be August 7th everywhere, but normal people sleep, right? So maybe you won't see it till August 8th, but that's all right. So today was a great day in Denarland. Um, the biggest news, because there already was some pretty big news about the appeals. The Kurds had made some appeals, and Sudani had made some appeals to the budget. So first, the news came out that there was judgment. Either they were um, complied with or not, for lack of a better word. And I don't know legal terminology, but that was overshadowed because the tripart budget comes into effect, which the tripart budget was already into effect. But look at this. This is the Gazette. That's what it looks like. See how colorful that is? And that's in Arabic. That's just the front page, first page. So the Iraqi, remember I said I don't know how to say this word right here, Al-Waqi, but it's probably Al-Waqa'i, right? If there's an apostrophe right there, but whatever. We just say the Gazette. The newspaper published the instructions for the tripartite budget, which entered into force. The Director General of the Iraqi Fact Sheet, that's another name that they use for that. Yeah, I'm not saying those names. Nassif, I can say that, said in a press statement followed by that the law's instructions for the tripart budget have been published in the official Gazette. The instructions have come into force. So they are officially official. No more appeals, no more amendments, right? Except for maybe next year, the 2024-2025. And I sincerely hope we are not here for 2024. Definitely, we better not be here for 2025, right? But anyway, so let's see. Well, the link is here in English, but oh yeah, okay. So here's what it looks like in English. I've already been through the first 16 pages. There's no rate, but I don't think anyone was expecting a rate to be in here. But see, it talks about preparing guarantees for the fund, and the fund is, I think, a reconstruction fund. So it really is informative. It really, I can see why they made it an official legal document. Like here, whatever this is, it's under the heading of systems. But number 6, attracting and mobilizing the financial mass in the private sector that is looking for investment outlets to employ them in strategic, environmental, and service projects. So you would think that you don't need to be so specific, right? But I think because it's been so long since they've had a normal society, I guess. And this is actually, yeah, here, bylaws of the Iraq Fund for Development. So, because they are literally rebuilding, right? Most of their infrastructure and everything. I guess that's why they have to have these instructions. But there is. So I just wanted you, those who are curious, if you wanted to see it. But I will put, so the link to it is definitely going to be on the blog. I don't know if I'm able to access this YouTube thing and put it there, but I'll try. Try, right? I can hear Yoda saying, "No try, only do." Right? Isn't that what Yoda said? Anyway, so here they're talking about qualifications of people. They need to have a university degree, experience, competence in their field. So see, it's very detailed. Are they going to stick to it? Who knows, right? But facilitating the implementation of the federal general budget law of, the 3 years. So, somewhere in here, some people think there's the wording that says they can change the rate whenever they like, but the CBI, I don't believe, needs a document telling them they can change the rate whenever they like. I think that's already a function of theirs, right? But whatever. Okay, so here's some of the things that these instructions are going to do. It will release forward movement for many lagging projects, and they're hoping they'll see light at the end of this year and the beginning of next. And I like this. This person, whoever he is, he explained, we cannot finance projects in advance, and we must finance according to what has been ratified and approved in the budget law. So it's like he didn't want to just work blindly. Oh, well, I think this is the amount we're getting, right? And that makes sense. Wish I said I worked like that, right? All right, but anyway, so the instructions, well, yeah, so they're already published, and these projects are not few, right? So they have probably thousands of projects that need to be done. And if they are completed, they will achieve a qualitative leap in the service reality. Yeah, so, okay, so this article came out, I think, over the weekend. But, so, this is just more, not proof, but people wonder, so you still think we need the oil and gas law? Yes, I do. And here's something else for why. Why was the oil and gas law not legislated in Iraq previously? Political differences of 18 years ago. So this is a pretty good article if you care to read it, but it goes back to 2008, 2011. It's Article 112 of the first Constitution. So how many constitutions do they have? And then there's some other things here too, but it's a very important law. And like I've said, as long as I've been in this, oh look, 2005. It's been suspended since 2005. Since I've been in this, the argument has been they can't let the rate out without the oil and gas law, and they can't do the oil and gas law without changing the rate. So I like, and all of this is being talked about around the same time, so maybe they're going to do it. So I also here's something else in 20 years. I came across, this was a video that is in Arabic, and here's the link if you want to watch it. In fact, I'm going to put it here. I'll embed. How do you like that? That's like a $30,000 word, right? I'll embed the video right here so you can watch it just to see the money, how they count the money, and the people, what they look like. I don't know. I like to see stuff like that. But here's some of the things. So the title of the video was A Government Campaign Opens the Black Box for the Banking and Exchange Sector for the First Time in Iraq in 20 years. So that sounds like some serious forward movement, right? 20 years? The oil and gas law, 18 years, right? So I like it. I like it. So here's some of the words that I could get. Some experts say the government will reap the fruits of its campaign to regulate the financial sector in the medium and long term. Some other experts, there is no choice but to comply with the electronic platform system to ensure that you are not subject to penalties, and then warnings of political interference hindering the government's campaign to regulate the banking and financial sector. All right, here, this was my favorite article of the whole weekend. This guy here is from the UK, Britain, actually. He's from Britain. He's the British ambassador to Baghdad, Stephen Hitch. I'm going to go with Stephen, but whatever. He's meeting with the Minister of Finance, Taif Sami, but look what they say. They're discussing Iraq's steps in joining the international financial system. Yay! That's what I want. Want them back. And actually, that's how I thought they were going to announce the RV. They'd say, oh, like Bloomberg, maybe it would run across the bottom of Bloomberg. We welcome Iraq back to the global financial world or something like that, right? But that was years ago. But now I could see something like this being said. Iraq has joined the international financial system, right? Let it be so. But right now they're taking steps. So that's neat. This is a really nice article if you guys like reading articles. It's Samir Nusseri. He doesn't work for the CBI, but he's pretty chummy with people who do. Sometimes they call him a banking expert. Sometimes they call him something else. So I don't know what he is, but he's been in Iraqi economics at least since post the war. I don't know about prior, but anyway, some of the things that, well, you can read all of that, but what I really like is at the end he says, we have, our reserves are 113 billion now, and let our motto always be, our dinar is our sovereignty. So very nice. Oh wow, there's a lot of space here. Look at that. I have to fix that. Okay, so here's my one commercial that I do. Attention! Do you or someone you know own a business that remained open during COVID-19? There's money available for you, man. But to see if you qualify, you can go here, yourerchere.com, and the website will look like this, and you just fill out the little form there. It takes less than 10 minutes. They call you back, and if you qualify, they will help you get all your documentation ready. They help you get the best package together, and you submit it. All right. And also, if maybe you don't have a business, but maybe you'd like to help other businesses qualify, because you do get up to 5%. All right. So you could, if you're on the blog, then the link is there. It should be here. And if I did everything right, you should be able to click this here and get there too. But whatever. All right, end of commercial. So here is, look at that. Look at that. And they call that the arrival court. Let me see. Can I make it bigger? Yes. But so this can't be real, right? It has to be a computerized image, or maybe it exists somewhere already and this is what they want theirs to look like. But yeah, so with kata, Qatar, right, is applying. That's how they say it on Bloomberg and the other MSNBC. Qatar is applying for a major tourism project in Baghdad, and it has photos, but also they had another article. Sudani looks at a large tourism project in central Baghdad and confirms readiness to attract capital. Yeah, see, they're ready. They're ready and we're ready. Okay, we're at 15 minutes. So here's some more pictures. Doesn't it look like an Atlantis type of resort, right? So I was like, maybe I would go there. It certainly does look inviting, right? But we have to see what the environment is. See, they hope to have it open before 2025. It'll have a chain of restaurants, presidential halls for local and international official occasions. Oh, it says vertical housing units. You could live there? Wow, can you imagine living there? Anyway, all right. See, you can see I didn't read that article. I was just struck by the pictures. Okay, so everything's good. Oh, let me put this back. These are just some things I have my eye on. The Pentagon, the arrival of more than 3,000 American soldiers to the Middle East. Why? Why are they there? There's ships there, landing ships, amphibious ships. What are some other stuff? I thought I saw some Ospreys and a Harrier attack aircraft. Why? Why are these things there? I don't know. But they're there. And then also headed by the Minister of Defense, a high-ranking Iraqi security delegation visits Washington. So I'm not so worried about that. They're probably there to talk about when we're leaving, when our troops are going to leave Iraq. Yeah, good luck with that. So, all right, and here's another. Baghdad Trade praises a procedure for the Iraqi Trade Bank curbing the rise in the price of the dollar, which they haven't really. It's still like 14.90 and 15.10, but that's much better than 15.90 and 16.10, right? So, the Iraqi markets are completely affected by the dollar because 90% of consumer goods are imported, and therefore the high price of the dollar results in price inflation. So I'm not sure what the Trade Bank of Iraq did. Oh, the thing with the $100,000 and that the money goes to the merchants they're buying from instead of to them. Okay, so the trade industry is happy, or ministry, sorry, the trade ministry is pleased with that. And we'll see. We'll see how long it takes if it's going to help to get the dollar price down. All right, this seems like a pretty serious meeting and development and meeting in the Ministry of Finance on the Unified Treasury account. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it seems like there's going to be one account that all the money's going to go into. I think it's kind of like our treasury, how we have a treasury. Maybe that's what this is going to be for them. And we don't hear too much about it, but plans to reform the public finance sector through the application of the Unified Treasury Account, which represents a qualitative leap in the management of public funds. So this is another new thing, forward movement, and they're ready. And I wanted to put the picture there, but it wouldn't let me. But look, almost every chair is full. Even they brought in extra chairs. So this seems like a pretty serious meeting. Oh, also, look, I'm not posting this, but look. So in the Gulf countries, I guess they have McDonald's. I don't think McDonald's is in Baghdad yet, but I know they have Kentucky Fried Chicken. But look, the Kurds are so proud that their potatoes are being featured in Hardee's, KFC, and McDonald's in the Gulf country restaurants. So that, and what also is good about that is the World Bank and nobody should be eating any of that food, right? But I will say this. I do believe, because some of these other countries don't use the chemicals that we use here, so that food could be healthier than our food, right? But anyway, so yeah, but the World Bank and the IMF wanted Iraq to have other sources of income besides oil. So here they're exporting and selling their potatoes. So, all right, we're done. That's that. Oh, here is part of the problem, and it was there were articles out today, over the weekend rather. Sudani was kind of like hinting around, saying, the reason we can't get off the dollar is because you're fighting me. Not everybody wants to use the new system. People are still going to the black market to get the dollar. All of that does not help, right? But this article, he is not holding back anything. The politically protected corrupt, a difficult obstacle in the way of law enforcement. So not only that, there were articles about, don't blame me that I can't get my government program running when you guys are holding it up. You're interfering. The framework people are interfering. A couple of the people who operate the private banks are interfering. So he's trying, he's doing what he can, and he's definitely not holding back. So I believe that's the last article. Indeed, it is. So let's do a rate check. Let's refresh. Uh-oh, can I refresh? Oh, I don't want that. Cancel that. Refresh. 1280. So 1280 is where that is. Let's see what the Google says. 1307. So there you have it. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Everything is all good in Dinar land, at least today. Forward movement, big time forward movement today. Let's see what the rest of the week brings us. What do I say? Accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate, but pay all your bills and don't miss any meals. And thank you for watching, listening, whichever mode you are enjoying this. And enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time frame fits. Until next time.